Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's its next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Bitcoin has came up to its target area to where it has to close above 41,000 for like at least 4 hours today, and nope, rejected.
Green is rejected.
And does that mean Bitcoin is going to come back and retest the bottom of this range here? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you watch all the way to the end. There's lots of information that you could use in this episode. I haven't done one in a long time. So it's been like 2 days. I've been away from the YouTube channels. So I'm going to be giving you everything you need to trade this. And if you want to trade, you can do so by trading it at bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com. Also, we're doing this live, right, in front of everybody that subscribe to Pandora's Wallet or davincij15.com. If you head over there and you subscribe, you can watch this show live and also get our trade signals, what I'm buying with cryptocurrencies, and a lot more. So make sure you do that because it's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun over there. So don't miss out because we're raising the prices at the end of this weekend. So make sure you get in before the weekend's out and you miss miss this low price that you're going to be getting the subscription for. And you can see it at the back there. Where is the subscription prices? Alrighty, yes. So let's head over to the charts. But before we do, remember that this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting your money into the market because this is just trading entertainment. Okay. So it's been a roller coaster ride. I mean, we knew once we came down here, we were in for some chop, right? We already set the what's it called, the tempo immediately once we're down here, because this was serious support. That's going to take a lot of work for the bears to freaking break down, and this became serious resistance up here. Mostly, let's take a look at the past, right? You can see the resistance was here and here, right? Before, and now, and then it became support, and then it failed as support, and then over here you can see we had major support. So I mean, this is going to be a brick wall for the bears. Right? Absolute brick wall. They've got a lot of fighting to do in order to get this thing down. They're not like, let's just say we come down here and we test this. It's gonna bounce off of that so fast, like a butter, like you stick butter on or water onto a burning hot pan, and it's just gonna go. Right? The bears are not gonna get an easy go at breaking this below the $30,000 mark for anytime soon. But the trend, the ratio that we're going to go down and break the 30,000 mark is about 60% chance, but dropping as time continues because they have to test this multiple times before they break it. And if they don't get those tests done sooner rather than later, then obviously the next thing is that these people who are accumulating down here in this range, they'll get tired. They'll accumulate, and eventually there's not going to be enough bitcoins in the on the exchanges for this to support this continuing on a sideways track. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right, so let me clear all these drawing tools. Remove drawing tools. And if you're interested in using TradingView, you can do so and help me out a little bit, right? Cover my Netflix a subscription, and that's about it. But by heading over to Davinci J15, TradingView.davincij15.com to subscribe, and you can also get You can get the access to TradingView through my link, and also if you own some DJ15 tokens, you'll also get a percentage of my revenue back as well, because the DJ15 token, right, if you guys don't know, is also about, I give a percentage back to the community, right, by buying up the tokens and burning them. So I haven't done a burn in a while, so I'm gonna be doing that sometime shortly. So yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so right here, let me just put those back because those are the resistance lines, right? Key resistance and support and resistance lines. So this top level is resistance, this bottom is support, and we're fighting this battle, and we're going to be fighting this for quite some time, as both sides, except for the bullish side has is the weakest way to go, basically the weakest way, meaning that bears have a harder time than the bulls do, right? But because we're down here, it's more likely that we might end up breaking down, especially if we end up down in this in the 32,000 ish area for a long time and keep bouncing down hard and hitting this thing. We're going to eventually break through. So let's see what happens. I mean, anything can happen at this point, but once we break above, the odds are we're going straight to 50,000 ish, 50-ish, 55, 50-ish thousand. Probably. Let's just take a look. Let's just do some fibs and find out where the most likely target is, and that's probably around the 60. Obviously, the 61.8 is the most likely target. This is the 51. Yeah, there we go. $51,000 level, and we probably just head up to the 57 just for laughs before we roll back. All right. Let's head over to Ethereum. See what it's doing. Probably not much of anything either. Ethereum, yes, that's just how you roll. Let's see here, Auto. There you go. I remember doing this bull flag, saying, hey, don't take it all the way to the top. And if you took it, there you have it. You got your profits and you walked away. If you walked away with your profits, maybe you might have held it, but you at least did stop to 50%. You at least got something out of that. Especially since it was a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It was a decent trade, and I hope you guys made that. We're noticing here right now, Ethereum is back to the bottom of the range here. So let's take a look at what we've got here, and let's move this thing. Probably we should move this thing down because we are definitely at a level where, let's see here. Let's see if we can move this into a certain. I don't like the fact that we moved it so much. Okay, so let's go here. Let's do this. And see if that is anything. Or let's do, how about here? And here. Yeah, that's most likely scenario here. There we go. So let's take a look at that and continue it on this track. Now we can see that Ethereum has reversed heavily. It's down at the lower part of the of this range here. This this symmetrical triangle actually that we've been trying to draw out. And the question is, will it break and go lower? And if it does, right, where's the target? Well, first, I wouldn't trade this until let's just see here. Did we actually break this top? Yes, we did. Kind of like breaking the M, so I'm not going to count that as an M. But these ones right here, this one probably we can count. Break down. We've already broke this, and then it said, oh no, and hurt anybody who went into a short, breakout short. So basically, we should say this level right about here, the 2200 level, is where we should consider jumping into a short on Ethereum to clearly mark the beginning of that that bearish trend for sure, or at least mark it for sure. Let's just pretend that it's not Ethereum is going to mess with our brains, because it normally does, but it's going to probably break down here. And if it does, let's go down to the shorter time frame, see if we can find something to get us in a trade. Right now we're kind of late to the party. You can see we already broke down. We would, if we were a little bit earlier, like let's see here, this is 15 minutes candle, so we were like I don't know, 45 minutes ago we could have gotten into a trade that would have allowed us to let this see this thing roll out even further. Will Ethereum give us another chance at this crack at this bat? Most likely. If you want, you can always do the Hail Mary trade on this. Little scary because it's not the greatest thing to do just on the the Hail Mary trade without some sort of like divergence or something like that to actually give you enough reason to believe that it's going to work. But not always does the market comes bouncing back up to the 78.6. The Hail Mary trade, it's basically you take it to the 70. You take the trade blindly at the 78.6, and then you stop loss it at the top, right, which would be this one right there. You stop loss it at the stop, and there you have it. So entry. Let's head over to it. Let's head over to actual spot trading. Remember, it's the best thing to do if you're going to trade to trade on the market that you want to trade. So I'm going to go over to Bybit, right? Remember bybit.davinci15.com, and we're going to expand this right here, 5 minute. And the reason why we want to do that is because this is where you can get your actual right fibs, right entry levels if you're trading on Bybit. And most people do trade on Bybit because it has the most liquidity for traders. So make sure you do your chart analysis and entry points on the exchange that you want to trade on. So let's do that, and let's go short Hail Mary right up here, a little bit far in the nosebleed section. I would be doubtful that it's going to get up here. I would move your entry to 61.8. The reason why, because you can see there's a lot. This was a breakdown point, right? Which we see that we could have taken a trade on. And the problem with this is that it's not always good to enter on when it returns back to that area. But hey, we're not going to risk a whole lot of money here. You're going to risk less than 1%, maybe 2% on this trade, and then take this risk to reward ratio just to 2 to 1. So because we're not going to get greedy, and then we're probably just going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to let this thing ride, or take 50%, move it my stop to 50%, and let this thing ride. If it comes back and I stopped out at the 50% mark, who cares? I'm in profit, right? But maybe you'll get some big profits should this thing, the bottom drop out of this thing over time. So it's you're at least playing from a position of strength with a small amount of capital. That's not bad at all. So that's where I would look for an entry level trade right now. Very decent. Even if this continues lower, I think staying at this level here would probably be the smartest move for you to make to enter the trade. So let's just say price action comes all the way down here, drags this fib, drags it all the way. Let's see here, to 350, right there we go, to 350, and then it bounces. You can see that I would say I'd stick it right there because it might just come back and then I'm done, and then die off, and then away you go. Away you go, because Ethereum loves to do that. So that's the safest bet right now to get into. Heading back over to Bitcoin and looking for a trade there. Right, we're going to take a look at the 5 minute or 15 minute maybe. Let's go to the 15 minute, see if we can get something going. Wow, it's a mess. Okay, nothing really here. We could take the Three Musketeers, but I don't like to take them too much because these three candles, these three arrows down, just indicate that we've got more downside, but not 100% of the time. And I haven't really come up with a percentage of times that it does actually work. So I'm going to leave that alone. So with that said, even if there's more downside, it's usually not a whole lot. Not a lot for Bitcoin. So the downside is probably going to be ending very shortly. So it's not worth. Most of the time, I just realize it's not worth trading. But there is a little bit of downside, especially if you see it on a larger time scale. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Let's go down to the 5 minute because I'm not seeing anything worth trading at this point. Right? Okay. So yeah, looks like it's going to reverse at this point on the 5 minute for me. I would look for a reversal first, reversal pattern. There's nothing to trade this right now to go on a reversal pattern just yet. Maybe it's done here. This is done, but there's no way to know. We need more time. We need more candlesticks to really determine whether this thing has reversed. You can see the Three Musketeers indicated we had more downsides, but this might be the end of the downside. But I think there's a little bit more before we continue higher back up. So don't get in. I don't see a trade here basically. So I don't see any entry, both short or long, at this point in time. So I'm not going to make one. And then you know what? The best time, if you don't see the trade, if there's nothing available, then you don't trade. That's the key thing. Don't try to force a trade, because then you are going to get wrecked, destroyed, absolutely chaotically mashed up every single time. And you don't want to be that way. Okay. Heading over to the dominance, which, well, I knew it was too good to be true, this M. But that's okay. Literally got some nice buys in as this thing reversed the dominance, and the altcoins are getting crushed. Looking for more crushing, of course. We're going to probably come up to this trend line here. Whether or not we break it, totally up to the market. Maybe we only do up to 49, 50%, and then like touch that and then come back down. We'll see. We'll just have to let the market decide for itself with that. So if it does, and then we start breaking down, it's going to be alt season soon. That would be a nice alt season to have and watch. So yeah, be a part of it, man. So make sure you get some little old lady studies in, right, by heading over to davincicodes.net/videos to learn how to do the little lady strategy and get into some alts, because we got a lot of alts, right? I do videos here and there on the in our Telegram group. Make sure you be a part of that Telegram group so you can see what we're buying, when we're buying. I missed this one. We did tell people, hey, you know what? Get some Lee, right? He's the trader in the group, right? That is helping me out here, and he told people to get not only this AMP coin, but also quite a few others that made you quite some profits if you decided to trade them with a little bit of leverage. Or sorry to interrupt in the middle of the stream, but head over to blockfi.com/DaVinciJ15 and you could earn $250, also 8.6% on your crypto. Of course, know your risks, and you'll be able to trade crypto over there. Also get access to a credit card, allow you to spend your crypto. Links are in the description below. Or use you leveraged your cash holdings to get in and get out quickly on these trades. But yeah, there you go. Another bonus reason for heading over to DaVinciJ15.com and purchasing your subscription today. Make sure you do so, because prices are going up. Remember, prices are going up, so don't miss out on this opportunity to get in at a low price. So make sure, if you already have a subscription, that you buy your annual subscription before the price increases. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to be doing a news rant soon, right after this, actually. But first, I'm going to ask people for questions and how they like the show so far. And yeah, so make sure that you become a part of that group. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see you guys there. So remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.